We're here wrapping up mandatory minicamp for the New York Football Giants in 2021, joined by Paul Dottino. I am John Schmeelk. This is the last time we'll see mandatory workouts before training camp begins at the end of July. And Paul, a big break here, and head coach Joe Judge hopes that when his guys get back, they're going to be ready to go.
Look, I talk to my team all the time about expectations, but right now, this time of year, the expectations for them to come in, to get in shape, to do their job the best they can, to work as hard as they can, to pay attention, all right, and to make decisions that put the team first. That's it. Just simplify it right there. There's a lot of expectations externally. We can't do anything about that until we take care of the little things inside. So the expectations every day are to improve at our job every day and put the team first.
And Paul, we had August weather at this mandatory minicamp, so the guys should be ready to go.
Well, one of the things that Coach Judge talked about was conditioning, and I think he's got to be pleased with what he saw from his players this week, because the temperature between the 80s and the 90s and the hot humidity that we had in North Jersey, boy, these guys were tested. And it did seem as though to me that most of the guys came through in flying colors.
Now, Paul, it was a controlled tempo pace during mandatory minicamp, so there weren't any all-go competitive periods, right. But you do get a chance to look at the guys, and there were some takeaways. One, I think, Daniel Jones especially, but all the quarterbacks were sharp, and I think the rookie class showed up and showed exactly why the Giants picked them where they did.
Well, I think they all passed the eye test. Let's just make that very clear. It's only shirts and shorts right now, but there's no doubt that Kadarius Toney catches everything that's thrown his way. Azeez Ojulari looks physically as if he's a mature NFL pro, and yet he's just stepping onto the field as a rookie for the first time. Ellerson Smith certainly impresses you with his presence and his length. Looks as though he's ready to go in right away and play. And so does Robinson, who's a tall, lanky corner defensive back who's very versatile. Another guy who just looks the part. This is a very impressive rookie class, at least at first glance.
And, Paul, we also had a chance to take a look at some of the Giants' big free agent additions, specifically Kenny Golladay and Adoree Jackson. Adoree Jackson spoke to the media, and he talked about how he's fitting in his new surroundings.
To be honest, it's just a blessing to be out here and play ball with the guys. It's good to see faces, see smiles, and to compete and just to learn from each other. So I'm feeling, great. I talked to my mom, I talked to my old lady, they asked me how I'm doing. I just tell everybody it's a blessing to actually be here and to be able to play. So no matter what was going on, if it was hot, if it was cold, or whatever it may be, just happy.
And Paul, much like the rookies, Jackson and Golladay exactly as advertised.
Oh, there's no question. Galladay's been making all the catches, going up and high pointing the ball. Jackson, we already know that some of the stuff that he has done prior with the Titans is some of the stuff the Giants will ask him to do here. So it kind of makes sense that he would look a little bit more comfortable than maybe somebody coming in fresh.
And Jackson's addition really solves the one rotating spot in the secondary. Last year was that second outside cornerback across from Bradbury, and Jackson certainly seems to be the answer to that question.
He will nail that spot down and allow Patrick Graham to do a lot of things out of man coverage.
No question about it. For Paul Dottino, I'm John Schmeelk. Hope you enjoyed our mandatory minicamp coverage. Stay tuned to Giants.com, the Giants mobile app, and all of our social media platforms as we continue to cover the Giants in the offseason.